Hey guys, sorry I'm not in today, so you're going to need to use a series of these videos to watch them and work through your notes. We are starting a new learning target today, ICAN 3, explain how the War of 1812 changed America's relationship with Great Britain. Now, we're not going to quite talk about the War of 1812 yet. Today we're talking about more the lead up to the war, what's going to cause this war to take place. So, in order to do this, you are going to need to have your notebooks, your online notebooks in front of you. So you're going to have to probably be juggling a few different screens here today. So if you go to your online notebook, we are going to be starting on page 12. So before the War of 1812 set sail, we're going to play a little bit of a game today as best as we can. So for this activity, you are a merchant in America and you want to make the most money possible trading with other countries. You know there has been conflict in Europe between France and Great Britain, but the US has been able to stay out of it. You hope to trade with both countries to make the most money. Follow along to see how you do. So this game is going to have a little bit of gambling in it. You're going to see how risky you want to be. High risk, high reward, but it also could mean you could go bankrupt or lose your ship. So, for example, at any point in this game, if your ship is stopped by a Navy vessel and your sailors are impressed, that means kidnapped, you're going to lose $1. If at any point your ship is stopped by a Navy vessel and your cargo is taken, you're going to lose $3. And if at any point your ship is stopped by a Navy vessel, your cargo is taken, and your ship is seized, the merchant and the ship's captain are bankrupt, which means you are going to lose all of your money. So just keep that in mind as we play this game. So, this game is taking place with problems that are occurring with France and England. So Jefferson had talked about how his desire was to stay out of foreign affairs. He really didn't want to get involved when he became president. However, we see that as the United States continues to trade with France and England, the United States is getting dragged into their European disputes. So France and England are fighting a war in Europe against each other and their enemies. And America wanted to basically trade with both. So the United States is trading with both England and France. And that's really making the British upset. They don't want the United States trading with her enemy, France. So, and France is the same way. They don't like when America trades with England. So England and France are getting involved in American shipping and kind of interfering. So with this game, this is going to be round 1. So again, look back at your notebook. Round 1, be careful. There have been rumors that Great Britain is stopping ships looking for British sailors who have run away. If they stop you, they could kidnap your crew. So you kind of have some options here. You can either choose to trade with the British for a $1 profit. You can choose to trade with the French for a $1 profit. Or you can trade with nations not involved in the war for a $1 profit. Either way, you're going to have a $1 profit. Okay, so right now, decide which one do you want to trade with. And you can highlight whichever one that you are choosing. Now, here's the catch though. You're going to roll the dice. If you roll a 1 through 5, that is a success. You're going to get a $1 profit. If at any point you roll a 6, your sailors are going to be impressed, meaning kidnapped. So, you have this, if you click here, this takes you to a virtual dice roller, or I also have linked this on Schoology for you. So right now, go to your dice roller. For this round, we're only using 1 dice, so we're going to roll the dice. We rolled a 5, so we were successful, okay? But you're going to roll yours. So you do your virtual dice roller. But I rolled a 5, which means I now have $1 in this round. Okay? At any point, pause this so you can do the activity yourself, and then you can press unpause to keep going with the lesson. If you rolled a 6, do not lie. Your sailors are impressed. You've lost $1. Make sure you are playing honestly as you go through this. Oh, there has been a few announcements. Due to the current war with England, the French government announces a ban on all trade with Great Britain. Any ships which stop at the British port or pay British taxes on their goods will be seized and their goods confiscated by the French government. All right, here's England's response. Due to the current war with France, the British Navy will be blockading the French coast. All ships found to be trading with the French and her allies will be seized and the goods confiscated for the British Crown. So both England and France are interfering with American trade. So what you need to do is you need to type both England and France will be interfering with U.S. trading here. You are going to find that this game is about to get a lot more difficult. Again, pause this at any point so that you can fill out what you need to. We are going to move on to round 2. Be careful. Great Britain is stopping ships looking for British sailors who have run away. If they stop you, they could kidnap your crew. So, round 2, you can choose to trade only with Great Britain. Due to the threat from the French Navy, there's a $2 profit. You're going to roll 2 dice. This time, 1 through 6 is a success. 7 through 8, your sailors are impressed and you lose $1. 9 through 12, your cargo is seized and you lose $3. You can choose to trade with the French for a $3 profit, but rolling 2 dice, only 1 through 4 is a success. 5 through 8, your sailors are impressed. Or 9 through 12, your cargo is seized. Or you can choose to keep it safe and trade with nations not involved in this war for only a $1 profit. Roll 1 dice. 1 through 5 is success. And your sailors, or a 6, your sailors are impressed. So right now in your notebook, decide which one are you going to do. Are you going to gamble a little bit? Are you going to gamble a lot of it? Or are you going to play it safe? So make your decision and highlight. Go over to your dice roller. Choose if you're either doing 1 or 2. And roll the dice. Record your money here. Pause it so you can do this part of the activity. All right. It appears that there's a lot of trade being interfered. That is making America really upset that England and France have been interfering. And so in an attempt to stop the interfering in trade, the United States has issued the Embargo Act. So due to numerous violations of American neutrality by both the French and the British, Thomas Jefferson has passed the Embargo Act, meaning American merchants will no longer be allowed to engage in trade with any foreign nations. So on your notes, America will no longer be allowed to engage in trade with any nation. Since England and France are not protecting our neutrality, we have cut off all trade. This is meant to try and help Americans stay safe. Unfortunately, keeping Americans safe may also mean really affecting and hurting our economy. So now, as a merchant, you must decide for round 3, are you going to stop all trade and abide by the new law? Which means you're going to lose $1. Okay, you got to continue to pay expenses for your ship. So you're going to lose $1. Or are you going to break the law and smuggle goods to Great Britain for a $2 profit? Again, you're going to roll 2 dice. 1 through 6 is success. 7 through 8, your sailors are impressed. Or 9 through 12, your cargo is seized. Are you going to smuggle goods to France and due to the threat from the British Navy for a $3 profit? But this time it's only 1 through 4 is a success. 5 through 8, your sailors are impressed. Or 9 through 12, your cargo is seized. Remember, if your sailors are impressed, you lose $1. And if your cargo is seized, you lose $3. Or you can play it safe and just lose $1. So highlight right here what option you are going to pick. And then roll your dice. Pause it to complete round 3. Moving on, we have an important announcement. Here's the deal. The Embargo Act was so bad for the American economy, Thomas Jefferson has decided not to continue it. He is saying now American merchants are allowed to resume trade with all foreign nations except France and Great Britain. He still does not trust France and Great Britain. They are interfering with American trade, and so you can trade with other countries, just not France or Great Britain. So that brings us to round 4. Are you going to abide by the law and trade with all nations except Britain and France? That's a $1 profit. Roll 1 dice. 1 through 5 is a success. 6 sailors are impressed. Are you going to ignore the law and smuggle goods to Great Britain? Due to the threat from the French Navy, $2 profit. But now there's a catch. 1 through 6 is a success. 7 through 8, your sailors are impressed. 9 through 10, your cargo is seized. But if you roll an 11 or 12, your ship is seized, your cargo is taken, your sailors kidnapped, and you are bankrupt and out of the game. So choose wisely. Are you going to ignore the law, smuggle goods to France for a $3 profit? With a 1 through 4 success, 5 through 8, your sailors are impressed. 9 through 10, your cargo is seized. And 11 to 12, your ship is seized and you are bankrupt. So this is quite the gamble. Go ahead and make your selection. Highlight which one you are going to choose. Play it safe, gamble a little, or gamble a lot. And then you're gonna roll your dice. Go ahead and record what you decided to do and how much money you now have. You should have been adding this money together each time. Pause it if you need to. We have another announcement. The deal is Americans are still trying to pursue some form of trade. Cargo is still getting stolen. Ships are getting kidnapped. The United States is frustrated, especially with England because their navy is so good, that America has come out with the Makin's Bill. The U.S. will trade with whichever nation, Britain or France, that first promises to stop interfering in American trade. You need to write that here. Whichever nation stops. Make sure you have finished this game, and then you're going to go on to the next YouTube video where I explain the next portion that I want you to go over for this lesson.